People are always trying to blame circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. I believe the people that get on this world are the ones that get up and find the circumstances that they want. And if they can't find them, they make them. These words were written by George Bernard Shaw in his 1893 play, Mrs. Warren's Profession. According to biography.com, Mr. Shaw was the only person to win both a Nobel Prize for Literature and an Oscar. These words have rung true throughout my whole life, and as the years go on, I realize just how true they are. I was born into a broken family. My mother left my father when I was very young, and he was very abusive to my mother. I went back and forth between the two homes for the rest of my childhood. I didn't have any self-worth. I felt low. I lived with my grandmother for a while, then back with my mother, back with my father. I didn't know where I belonged. When I graduated from high school at the age of 18, I moved back with my father with the promise of going to college. But soon I found out there would be no college. There was no money. I had to find a job. Shortly after that, I moved in with my first long-term boyfriend, and that turned out to be very mentally and emotionally abusive. A year and a half later, I met the father of my daughter, thought I was so lucky, and that relationship turned out to be worse and physically abusive. When my daughter was only 10 months old, my father passed away, and I moved once again back with my mother. She helped me out for a couple years, and I decided to try it again on my own, and I moved back to Washington State. The choices I made after that weren't always the smartest, and I became pregnant again with my second child at the age of 24. When my son was 4 months old, I was sad. I was living in low-income housing. I was on welfare. During my pregnancy with him, we had even been homeless for a while. I didn't know what to do. So one day I went to my DSHS office and I said, I need to do something. I can't sit at home all day. So I joined the Work First program. Everybody fought this program, but I was excited. During my time in the program, I took a class called Life Skills. It was an amazing class, and I remembered something I'd forgotten years ago, that I was smart, I was worth something, I was capable, and I deserved more than a low-income base housing. I deserved more than a low-wage job, and I deserved more than an abusive partner. I got a job at the local college as an administrative assistant. This lifted my spirits even more. Soon, I was working as an AmeriCorps volunteer at a local agency helping people who suffer from poverty. That led to my career for 2.5 years as a domestic violence advocate, and I found my calling to help other women find their power, to remember that they are worth something and that they are the ones that determine their circumstances, not other people. So when I say that you are in charge of your circumstances, I mean it. Don't let the past determine who you're going to be. Determine what your future is going to be. And if something happens, work with it. Don't give up. Create your own circumstances and keep moving on. Thank you.